Hey everyone, answer questions the poem I will give analysis on Hills, a far cry from Africa by Walcott. It is very difficult poem, but I have tried to break it down, make it simple and understandable. First, every introduction about the poem by Walcott. He was a teacher, a playwright, a poet, and an artist. The poem first published in 1962. 1962. Far cry means cry from distance, not audible. Let us know looking to the poem stanza by stanza. A wind is ruffling the tawny pelt of Africa. Kikuyu, quick as flies, batten upon the bloodstreams of the veldt. Corpses are littered through a paradise, but still the warm colonial carrion cries Western companion on the separate dead. Statistics justify and scholar says the silence of colonial policy. What is that to the white child hacked to in bed, to savage, expendable as Jews? In the first stanza, we see a dramatic opening where the poet is comparing Africa to an animal with orange brown fur, might be a lion, and we see that wind is ruffling the fur of the animal, which actually means Africa is drenched by the wind. Here, wind is compared to the Britishers who came to conquer it. The poet is comparing uh, Kikuyu, a largest ethnic group in Kenya, to flies who are feeding on bloodstreams on grassland. See the contrast between the blood and grassland. Walcott points a picture of dead bodies scattered everywhere in the beautiful paradise like land. The colonel, an English officer, is compared to one who ruthlessly says it's a waste of time to cry for these dead bodies with facts and figures. But the poet feels that these facts and figures means nothing to white people, comparing it is a white child sleeping in bed. Further, he says that nor it affects the brutal people who are used to violence. It isn't good as Jews who were destroyed with little significance to anyone. Okay, the next stanza. Thrashed out by beaters, the dry roots break in a white dust of abysses witches' cries have led since civilizations down from the parched rivers or streaming plain. The violence of beast is read as natural law, but upright pain delirious as these worried beasts. His words dance to the uh, tightened curses of a drone, while he calls courage still that native dread of the long peace contracted by the dead. This is the second stanza. Okay, the poet tries to tell how violent and animal-like people are in Africa in the above stanza, who have always behaved like animals, thrashing and beating each other, and violence is nothing new to them. This is a long-legged white bird, compared to whites who thought are educated enough and act civilized outwardly also behave brutally. Comparing Africans to animals, beasts, Walcott says animals killing each other for food and behaving beastly is acceptable and natural, but these white upright men who think and act as if they are in the creature of divine, and all themselves God also act like animals, inflicting pain to other human beings is actually confusing these beasts. The poem further compares that war started by these men to dancing to beat of drums, while are made by the dead bodies of animals. The white officer called courage as fear which always makes peace with death. This is the second stanza. And the next stanza, again savage necessity wipes its hands upon the napkin of dirty cause, again a waste of hour. Comparison as with Spain, the gorilla restless with the Superman. In the first line, in the first line itself, there is a change in the poet's tone where he says that again these British beasts are whipping their dirty, bloody hands. Napkin. Napkin here represents a white and clean cloth. Metaphorically, Walcott is trying to tell that these beastly people are again killing whites in return, and he thinks showing comparison to any of these, both whites and blacks, is often no use. As with Spain, this refers to a revolution which occurred in Spain against colonial rules. He is comparing this war to the Spanish Civil War, where many lives were sacrificed. To gorilla, restless with the Superman is a metaphor which in gorilla is referred to bricks and Superman. Whites it means that nobody is worth companion as both are into balance. And the next stanza, I will poisoned. I who am poisoned with the blood of both, where shall I turn divided to the hand? I who have cursed the drunken officer of British rules, how choose between this Africa and the English town I have? Betray with them both or give back what they give? How shall I face such slaughter and be cool? How can I turn from Africa and live? In these lines, for the first time in the poem, Walcott talks about himself. He says that his blood is poisoned by both. He has the blood of both the countries in him, and he is unable to describe whom to turn to, or should he divide himself into two. In the next line, he openly declared that he has cursed the British officers for the ruthless behavior and violence. Since both equally take part in violence, he is unable to choose between them. He himself says that he loves English tongue, which he uses for speaking, for writing text. One of the other reason he is not ready to give up an English. He questions himself should be betray them both, or should he support them equally, and if at all he did support both, how can he be cool and calm about the violence they create? Africa is his motherland, so he questions again, asking should be altogether turn his back on them, or should be largest everything and continue to live there. So this is this is the analysis. So this is the analysis of the poem. Hope you understood. Also, please check the link in the description box below for the return and analysis. Let me know in the comment section if you need and to then poems try to put it out. Thanks for watching. Bye.